What's up there, fellas? How you doing? Hopefully this video got you well. Hopefully you doing okay. I know international break sucks, but hey, welcome to Famous Football. I'm your host Nick. Let's talk football. Yeesh. Like I said, international break do sucks, right? Transfer window is closed. There's no more transfer new now. There are other windows still open in other countries, but for the European transfer window shut down. But what I have a video for you today. Now, if you saw the title, you already know what we're going to be talking about. Yeah? Maresca Chelsea win it all? That's the question. Do I think they can win it all? Do I now all I mean when I say win it all, like the Premier League, I told you, I've been saying it this season. I see silverware. Now I don't see one. I don't see. Listen, I see silverwares. Like now we already get the goal. We have all the collection, different collection in different colors. We have them in gold. We have them in silver, right? But this season, I see silverware, right? I see silverware. Somewhere, somehow, we're collecting something. We ending the season with something. With something. We ending it with something. Yeah. Shout out to Denzel Washington. I'm leaving with something. But hey, let's get into it. Can Chelsea win it? Can they win it? Yes, I think we can. I think Chelsea can absolutely can win the Premier League. We have what we need. But do Chelsea themselves think they can win it? Now I know the energy level in the squad has happened, right? It's everybody's hype, everybody's encouraged, everybody's motivated, belief is there, the trust is there among one another. Maresca seems confident, the players are confident, everybody's alive, and the quality is there, right? People are showing up, yeah. So I think we can. I actually think we can. Now looking at Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, they're also there. They're also in the mix. But I'm looking at all of them and I'm going, we can. Now I'm going to explain to you why I think Chelsea can't. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Stay with me and bear with me. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you about Maresca's system to begin with, right? First of all, let's discuss what I think is the problem with Maresca's system. Number one, problem number one, slow start. Now, if you've been following me, you know, right? From the beginning, I've been saying that every time Chelsea play, we start the game slow. And that's my problem. We struggle to find our rhythm. Even when we're playing at home at the bridge, we see the same thing. We saw it with Crystal Palace, we saw it with Fulham, and those two games we play at home. And not just that, I've been seeing that since last season. What Chelsea need to do when we start the game, because oftentimes we start the game, we do not do anything. We start the game slow and then concede a goal before we work our way back. Now, since the Fulham game last season, wherein we were able to bring ourselves from a 1-0 down to win the game 2-1, I've been seeing some sort of a consistency or shift in mentality that we are able to bring ourselves back from, losing a game to winning a game, right? We saw that in the Club World Cup. We were down, we came back, and then we won against Benfica. Now, a couple times, other times we also saw it, right? With other teams, we came back and then we win the game. We saw that in the Conference League final, right? Which is good. But when you start the game slow, that's what happened. Because now you're not gonna have this opportunity every single time. Because it depends on the team you're playing. Now, if you're playing Liverpool, opportunity. If you're playing Arsenal, are you sure you're gonna have that opportunity to come back in the game? If you play Man City and you go down 1-0, do you think we have that opportunity to be able to come back? But now I'm not saying we can start the game high and then just keep the tempo high. No, it's going to fluctuate. That sometimes the tempo is going to go down. We're going to take a breather, right? We're going to stay compact, and that's part of the game. But my thing is like we have the energy enough to be able to start the game well. Why don't we start the game well, right? I don't know if it's the way Maresca tell them to start or it's just the player. So for me, that's the problem number one. Problem number two, right? Sometimes we look predictable. Now I know we have a system with the whole inverted fullback, right? Which is good for me, right? It's good. And I'll come to why it's good later down the line, right? There's a good aspect for it, and there's also a negative aspect to it. Now the negative aspect is that we look predictable. Not everybody know whether it's going to be Rich James or it's going to be Cucurella. Somebody's going to invert, right? So the opposition team always coming with that, mindset to do something to catch us slacking on a counter or something, right? Like against Leeds, look at the goal they score, right? We already have an inverted fullback because that kid was alone by himself on the left hand side, right? Well, our right hand side, but on the left hand side, he was gone and nobody was with him. He was by himself, and usually that's how it is. right? Because as soon as the opposition win the ball, they grab the ball, throw it to the side that the fullback is inverted from, right? And then they counter or they attack from there. So for me, that's another problem. But I'll tell you why. And then problem number three, Maresca is not tactically flexible or tactical inflexibility. Oof, English tough, man. From Maresca, I think that's another problem. But because sometimes, like I said, we are predictable, and you don't want to be as predictable every single day. Now, it's good to have a system, but sometimes within the system, you need a little tweak to kind of get the result that you want. And sometimes, when the result is not going our way, I feel like Maresca sometimes doesn't really do anything, right? And we just stay there, we struggle, and then we keep struggling. It's nothing. Move the ball back and forth, and then that's it. As for me, that's the problem number three. But then let's talk about what I think is good, right? About Maresca system. One, fluidity in the front line. Love it, right? Like I said, if you see the player Chelsea is signing, the Swiss Army knife, yeah? The Swiss Army knife. You see them, you know. Ja Pedro can play anywhere across the front line. Pedro Neto can play across anywhere the front line, right? So you see fluidity. So you've seen that. Sometimes you see Cole Palmer and Esteva switch. You see Esteva and Pedro Neto switch. Ja Pedro switch with Cole Palmer. So it's like now you don't know, opposition don't know who to hold. So that fluidity across the front line, love it, yeah. And then number two, what do I think? Attacking football is exciting, right? When we attack with like 5-6 players, right? Maresca talk about attacking five position. So we attack with sometimes 5-6 players because I told you when we attacking, Enzo Fernandez is in the mix. He's more like another 10, right? So he and Palmer is almost like we're playing with 2-10, and then with Cucurella bumping forward, so it's like a 4, right? Attacking 4, and then you have Enzo and Cole Palmer. We get to that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Yeah. And there's like counter attack, right? We play this kind of a almost balanced type of formation, right? We have the players to catch you on a counter attack. Pedro Neto have the pace. Esteva, Young also have the pace. Not just him, but now we have Garnacho that also has the pace. We can catch you on a counter attack, and then we can also be patient when we need to be, right? So we have somewhat of a perfect balance going for us. So if we need to be patient, we'll be patient. If we don't need to be patient, we catch you on a counter attack, we can hit you there as well. We have the players for it, right? Three, and I said three, four. And one thing I like about it, right, about the system is this: the quick passing, especially within the midfield, quick ball movement. It's nice, right? Boom, good. Look at Cole Palmer goal against PSG, right? Enzo had the ball one time into Cole, threw it away into Palmer, into Palmer path. Palmer grab it, let's go. We go. You see, boom, and we gone, right? That's why I said we can catch you on the counter. We can also keep possession if the need be. So I'm loving it. Chelsea, I'm loving it. So to understand, we have some of our balanced system. And the thing that I like about Maresca's system is this, right? You have this, there's a bit of tiki-taka, which I talked about the quick ball movement, right? So now you have player movement, which also comes with the Swiss Army type of player. Everybody can play everywhere, right? And then, so you have that plus physicality. You have physicality within our squad as well. And you have aggression within the squad if we need it. So it's just like a base, it's like a combination of modern football and old school football. So it's like the Premier League, what the Premier League is known for, right? You can find it within Chelsea current squad. The aggression, the physicality, the pace, right? Everything you can find it within the Chelsea current squad is there. And then you can also find what modern football is in the current squad, right? Technicality, skills, right? Ball movement, possession, right? All of that you can also find it in the. So it's like a good blend of both old school and new school. Yeah, Maresca is putting something together, and I'll credit this to Jurgen Klopp. Klopp was the first person I saw do it. Right now, Liverpool still playing the same way, like I said in previous video. It's still the same, and they still do exactly the same thing, and I love it, right? But the way Chelsea is doing it, right? So it's like that quick transition, possession, physicality. We have all of it. So it's like pace. We have it, and then trust me, trust me. They're not ready. They are not ready. Like Malo Gusto said, bring all of them. Bring all of them. We ready. But hey, we move. Now let's talk about let's talk about the formation. Let me show you a couple formation here a little bit, right? Now, when Chelsea, right, when Chelsea is defending, or we're trying to build up, this is what we look like, right? Now, I'm just going to use the players that are available, right? So, I know, like, if Wesley Fofana is injured, available, and Cole is available, they're more likely to be in the lineup, right? And then you already have Sanchez. So what you see pretty much more likely to be our starting 11. Now, Esteve, I don't expect him to be starting in and out as of late. Now, he is good, but Pedro Neto for me right now is the number one on that right hand side, right? And then you have Garnacho, who I think, right, could potentially be a starter on that left hand side. So we'll see. But this is it. When we're trying to build up, our fullbacks stretch the pitch with our center back giving, because we're trying to build up. So they're ready to receive the ball, and then we can build. And then you have Casado that is coming in to kind of help. So if you look at what we have here, there's almost formation a triangle formed almost everywhere on the pitch. A triangle between Casado, Chalobah, and James. A triangle between Casado, Sanchez, and Chalobah, right? You look on the left hand side, you can see Cucurella, Fernandez, and Tossi, another triangle. So it's that we set up in a way that we have option to build out every single time, right? So now if Chalobah receives the ball, if he can go to James, he can go into Casado. If not Casado, and then you also have Palmer that can drop in there. He usually loves to operate in that space, find that through ball, he turn, and he's usually good with that, and then we off to go. And you see our wingers, they are touch line, right? So then they open the page, they stretch the pitch, right? So which kind of gives sometimes Palmer, people the Palmer that are in the middle room to be able to receive the ball as well, because now you have forces their fullback or other midfielder to be able to worry about people like Neto and Garnacho if they are playing, right? Because they have the pace, they can catch you, and they stretch out the pitch by staying touch line, which is nice. Yeah, which is nice, and I love it because it's not, if you can just get Palmer, they can also get Ja Pedro, Enzo Fernandez is there. So we look to build up in that manner. So it's like there's almost a triangle from everywhere of the page. So we try to overload almost everywhere of the page, right? To have option to be able to go, to have option in terms of defending, and then it's almost like that. So that's how we try to pretty much build up. But then in terms of when we defending, right, it's different, right? When we defending, it's just like we often defend in a 4-4-2. So if you haven't seen that, it looks like that. We defend in a 4-4-2. So you see often Palmer and whoever that's playing number 9 now is Ja Pedro that started. Now if we defend it in the mid block, like in a low block, it's like that 4-4-2, right? But now Maresca has been doing something that caught my eye, right? So you'll see if we defend it, it turns into a back five instead of a 4-4-2. So it's turned into like a 5-4-1 instead of a 4-4-2 because Casado draws between the two center half. So now it turns into a back five, and that's something I see with Real Madrid that Xabi Alonso was doing in the club workout when I watched them a lot. So you see, Chouameni would drop between the back line, and I saw that with Maresca doing it with Casado, drops into the back line, it turns into a back five, and that's been really interesting as well. So then we have the other four players, so Neto, Enzo, Palmer, and then the other wingers. So they sit there, right? So it's like almost like that. It has, it's been working. It's been good, right? It's been working. And it's been good. But if we are pressing high, yeah, you usually have, like I said, 4-4-2 at times. So it's like Cucurella is high, our center back is high, all of them. So it's like a very, very high line to begin with. It's like a very, very high line. And then so it's like we try to squeeze them together or make the pitch as small as possible. Now, when we're in possession, we want to open the pitch. When we are not in possession, we want to squeeze them together to kind of give us option and make it easier for us to win the ball, right? That's what we try to do. And so far that been working, right? So far that has been working. And PSG also play in similar manner. That's why you see Dembele will stand. I have to say he's ready for war, right? Like, man, his hands on his knee, just waiting for the goal, and he's on you. We saw that with Pedro as well. Once it said go, who on you? Now Jackson. That's why Maresca loved Jackson, because he usually used to help in that area. Once they say go, Jackson is running. He start running. Whatever way you play the ball, we try to corner you as quick as possible. And then if we can get the ball, because oftentimes you see Casado drawn, because on the line, and when everybody push hard, You see Casado join in the attacking half, right, or in the opposition half. And oftentimes he wins ball in there, right? So now we try as hard as we can to kind of win the ball as fast as possible and to be able to put ourselves in a good position as well. And so far, it's been working. Another thing with everybody know that I mentioned when it comes to Maresca formation is the inverted fullback. And the reason why I love it, I told you I was going to tell you why I love it, right? As much as it has its problem, it also have its props. Because whenever we have somebody invert into the midfield, one thing I love about it is that then we crowd the midfield because often when team play, everybody play in like a with a three, almost more likely in like a with a three midfield, right? So now when we add that body into that, we match that three-man midfield. So in terms of physicality, in terms of duels, in terms of whatever it is, we match it. And then now that gave our number 10, whoever play usually Palmer, our more threatening or most creative player on the pitch, which is Palmer, to have that the leverage or the freedom to be able to play as an actual number 10, to be able to roam around the pitch wherever he wants to go. And we've seen that with him, that sometimes he drops down to even get the ball and start the press and start the play, right? The people like him as much as possible to find their rhythm, to create, right? So you need them to be on the ball. And we see that. So once that inversion happens, then Palmer has the freedom to be able to roam wherever. And that makes it more difficult and unpredictable to opponent as compared to us just trying to find a through ball directly to him every time in the midfield. And like that, he become, like he stands still. He's staying. He can't really do much. And opposition usually cover him that way. But once we get that inverted fullback in, now we match that midfield. And then now he has that, freedom, like I said, to roam. And he can do whatever he wants. Now we're seeing it with him. We're seeing it with Ja Pedro that I've been playing there recently and been doing phenomenal. So that's one good thing about it. And we usually, when we have the ball, like I mentioned to you, is we usually apply patience, which is good, right? It's good. But for me as a Chelsea fan, I'll be honest with you, it's sometimes frustrating because all we do is just moving the ball back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we're playing right into the opposition hands oftentimes because if we're playing against, what's it called, a less quality team, or draw for them is good. And we don't want the draw, right? So sometimes we're playing right in their hand with everything that we're doing. They're doing what they came to do, which is just sit back in low block, right? And then while we just move the ball around. But sometimes it's also good because while moving the ball around, we catch them, play that through ball that we usually like to play. Chalaba is good at it. Tuosin is good at it. Colwell is great at it. They are all good at it, right? So they usually help in that kind of a position. So it's good and it's been working, right? And now it's like in the players that we have, and one reason why I think Chelsea can go ahead and win it, right? Win the league or win something very major this season. One, we have a good cover for everything. Now I just explained our entire system and why it's good, right? And everybody knows it's good because we have somewhat, like I said, some of a balanced system that is going forward right now, right? A bit of an attacking, physical football and defensive football when we need to be because we have the people for it. You have Chalobah, Jesus man, you have Chalobah that can, I don't know, we pull his head before his foot, right? Doing the proper John Terry thing. You have Casado. I told you, he's the combination. If Kante and Makalele have a kid, it's him. It's him. It's him. Yeah. It's him, absolutely him. And then you have Enzo. That South American, energy is there. That aggression is there. It's not going nowhere. So it's like the entire team, we have energy in the squad. That's why we go for them when they are 15. We go for them when they are 12. In fact, when we hear they're pregnant with them, we already sign a pre-contract. Yeah. But that's why we go for them when they're young because the energy is there, the strength is there, the zeal is there. So it's like nobody's gonna be get caught slacking. Right? And if you can do it, we have people that match the same quality when they come on, right? We've seen Santos come up countless time for Enzo Fernandez, and it's like we didn't skip a beat. You see where I'm going with this? Delap comes in for Ja Pedro, we didn't skip a beat. Estevan for Palmer, it's like we didn't skip a beat. Now they're different players, but when I say that we didn't skip a beat, it's just like the level doesn't drop. They come with their own personality and their own characteristic as a player, but that their own personality characteristic, everything add into what makes the team the team. And we don't, it's not like the level drops. So we stay maintaining the level, but they being themselves as a player. Lord have mercy. They're not ready. They are not ready. I keep telling you, I see trophies. I see trophies. 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 But yeah. So for me, that's part of the reason is there. When we attacking, nice, right? Like I said earlier, when we're attacking, we attack almost like with 6 player or 5 player. That's what I told you, Maresca mentioned our attacking five because Cucurella, nowadays it's him that usually goes up, right? Do the back and forth. If Malo Gusto is on the pitch, then Malo Gusto is doing it, then he joins into the back three, right? So Malo Gusto do that, and it's almost like that, right? So there's like a four, and then Palma and Nest. You have Palma and Fernandez, and then Caicedo right behind that. And see, that's Palma never barely makes run into the box. It's Enzo that usually makes those run into the box, right? And Palma found him. I've seen at least 3 or 4 different goals for Enzo like that. Palma found him, or somebody found him while he make a late run into the box. Tell me, tell me if this team cannot go and then win the league. Yeah, I don't see why not. The Champions League, I think we can win it. I think we because right now the thing I like about the team, there's no fear. Yeah, there's no fear. The confidence is there, and it's not like we're being delusional as well. No, again, I can tell you, are we, the best team in the world according to the trophy? Yes, we are. But I think we still have some work to do, right? In terms of being there properly, as like, oh, not just the trophy, but in terms of playing, we are. But right now, I think we are one of the best team in the world and one of the teams that people should fear. Clear cut. We are that good. And like I said, the mentality has shifted, and the fact that sometimes we are able to manage to get a win when even the game we didn't play well. That's a winning mentality there, right? And I love it. Absolutely flipping yes, we can go ahead and win it. We are gonna win something very nice this season. But hey, listen, let me know your thoughts about it. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think? Do you think I'm being delusional? Do you think we can go ahead and win something here this season? Do you think we have a chance? Do you think there's something we can do, right? Do you think there's something we can do this season, or we don't stand a chance at all? If you're not a Chelsea fan, tell me, do you think Chelsea stand a chance this season or no? Right? Now, I think we do, but let me know your thoughts about that. But don't forget, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Yeah, I need it. I need it. Yeah, we got to start. Hey, now I don't have to say this every day. Yeah, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Much appreciated, fellas. Yeah, stay tuned. I'll have another video coming up for you tomorrow. Yeah, I know there's the international break going on, right? And I will bring you videos concerning the international break, report about Chelsea players, what's going on, not just players or Chelsea players, but teams as well. And then, but stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Thank you, more appreciated. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. See you later. Cheers.